Welcome back to First Take. To the NFL we go. According to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network, Jacksonville Jaguars two-way star Travis Hunter is doing, quote, exceptionally well in recovering from the knee injury he sustained as a rookie. And while Hunter will be limited throughout the spring during OTAs, the Jags do expect the last year's number 2 overall pick to be back fully healthy by training camp. And when he is, Hunter is expected to become a full-time cornerback. Last season, we know that the Jags played Hunter nearly double the amount of snaps on offense than he did on defense. However, Hunter's season was limited to just 7 games as he had to undergo season-ending knee surgery on November 11th. All right, Kevin Clark, where do you lie on this? Mike Tannenbaum here as well. This guy is so talented. We were all hoping he was going to be the Shohei Ohtani of the NFL, but now it appears that the Jags are trying to go all in on defense with him. Is that the right move?
It's 100% the right move. I don't care about, and nor does any Jaguars fan care about, Travis Hunter being the Ohtani of the NFL. No, let's work on him being an all-pro, and he's going to be an all-pro at cornerback, not wide receiver. So he played about 65 snaps a game last year. 44 of those on offense, the rest on defense. I would flip that. Have a major in defense, minor in wide receiver. I just think that there's still a role for him in certain packages. But it's just supply and demand. It's a lot easier to find an elite wide receiver than it is an elite cornerback. And I think that there's been arguments, you can scheme a cornerback out, you can go away from him, you can't take a wide receiver out of the game. No. If you have an elite cornerback, and by the way, Monteric Buster Brown on the other side for the Jaguars is a really good cornerback. If you've got Travis Hunter playing a good cornerback position, that changes the entire complexion of your defense. On offense last year, there was such a proof of concept with Liam Cohen and Trevor Lawrence in year 1. The last half of the season, Trevor Lawrence was throwing that deep ball as well as anybody in football. He was using his legs. He took a step. They are fine on the offensive side of the ball. Offensive play caller, head coach, everything is good there. Work on the defense. You lost Devin Lloyd. You have some identity issues. Travis Hunter is that identity.
Yeah, Courtney, I get there for similar reasons and for different reasons. First of all, I agree. Monteric Brown was a good re-signing. They got Jordan Lewis. Travis Hunter has elite footwork, man-to-man ability, change of direction. And the way teams play 11 personnel, 3 wide receiver, even as a nickel, he would be a starter playing over 85% of the snaps. But there's another real fundamental reason here, which is Travis Hunter is a great player, world-class athlete. If there was a question about him coming out, ironically, it was his durability and his size. He's not big by NFL standards to be a receiver, and unfortunately he got hurt. So the trade is what it is. It's a sunk cost. What can we do to maximize his ability? Let's play him at corner and work him in, as Kevin said, for certain packages. I think he could be a good receiver. I don't know if he'll ever be a top elite receiver because his size deficiency could hurt him. So I think this is smart by Jacksonville. And Jacoby Myers has come along well to complement Brian Thomas. If those guys play together for a full season, they could be really good at both receiver and corner, assuming that Travis Hunter stays healthy.
So during that Heisman Trophy year he had at Colorado, 96 catches, 1,258 yards, 15 touchdowns. The catches and the touchdowns led FBS receivers. We're not going to see that much, if at all. It might be on gadget plays here and there, a little bit on offense, but he's going to be focusing on defense. Mike, you said that the trade, you kind of categorized it as a sunk cost at this point. They traded up. They don't have a pick in 2026 in the first round that went to Cleveland to go get Travis Hunter. In retrospect, was that the right move? Or, I mean, the way you're categorizing it makes me seem like there's a little bit of regret here from doing that. Is that accurate?
Well, candidly right now, the only grade we could give it is a grade of incomplete. But if you look at one of the best run organizations in all of sports, it's the Rams. And what did Sean McVay do? He walked into Mr. Kroenke's office and said, hey, we gave all this guaranteed money to Jared Goff, and little over 13 months later, he's like, I got a better idea. Let's trade that and let's go get Matt Stafford. They won a Super Bowl. I think that's what good organizations do. They realize what they have, and if they have to pivot, they pivot. And to me, Travis Hunter could be a really good corner in the NFL. Arguably, you would say they probably traded up too much to get just a corner. And maybe over the course of 5 years, again, a rookie deal is 4 years plus a club option. Travis Hunter is not going to go anywhere. Maybe you sprinkle in receiving responsibilities a little this year, more in the third year, and so on and so forth. So if I was the GM you eat it, you own it, and then you say, what's best for us? Make Travis Hunter a corner.
I'm with you, Mike. Obviously, James Gladstone, the GM, comes from the Los Angeles tree. They understand aggression. He said it after the pick that he's uniquely equipped to be able to take these aggressive moves because he was with the Rams. But I also agree that they gave up too much. And I think if they knew they were going to be as good as they were in year one, they would want a first-round pick this year to build on that. Because of how good Trevor Lawrence was, all the moves they made, they lost Devin Lloyd, as I mentioned earlier. But there's a proof of concept here. I would have loved to have a first-round pick to play with this year.
Yeah, 22 interceptions last year as a team for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That was right behind where the Chicago Bears were.
Well, live, the Jaguars hoping to build off a franchise record 9-win increase under rookie head coach Liam Cohen. What a year they had. They did lose their starting running back Travis Etienne and all-pro linebacker Devin Lloyd to free agency. And also worth noting, they don't have any first-round picks. One of 5 teams without one. Their first pick doesn't come until 56. And we know that Cohen and James Gladstone both worked for the Rams under Les Snead. He's a guy who doesn't hang on to his draft picks. They talked about waiting until round 2 to pick, and this is new on NFL Live.
You know, Liam's been through with me before. Yeah,
waited a lot longer before.
There is no doubt about it. We've waited longer. There is no doubt.
But fun. We were having a blast.
104 was our first pick.
Okay.
So we at least get to cut that in half a little bit. Yeah.
There's a high comfort level there for those guys. Mina, when they do get to draft, what should their priorities be? Where do you see them going?
Yeah, I say the good news, or at least the maybe not so bad news about them not having a lot of picks, is the roster's in pretty good shape. I was looking at the Jags depth chart on both sides of the ball, and I didn't see glaring needs. That said, there are certainly areas where they could improve, and for me, it's really the spine of the defense. They just signed Trayvon Walker to an extension opposite Josh Allen. They're set at edge, but between that, I do think that they could get more pass rush from the interior of the defensive line. And then going up the spine, linebacker, Devin Lloyd's gone, so you could get a new running mate for Foye Olukun. And then safety, same thing. Antonio Johnson was excellent last year, could add a safety there next to him. I thought the defense overperformed last year with their new defensive coordinator, Anthony Caponilli. They get to retain him. To me, they could be served well by adding talent on that side of the ball.
Also, apparently, they're getting healthier. Gladstone said that Travis Hunter, as we all know, he missed the second half of the season with that knee injury. He's expected to be a full go by training camp. The question is, Kevin, how do you use him?
Last year, Travis Hunter played 65 snaps per game, and it was 43 on offense and the rest on defense. I would flip that. I would major him on defense. It's supply and demand. There's a lot more elite wide receivers in this league than there are elite cornerbacks, and if you've got one that can take one side of the field away, I would hammer that over and over and over again. I think on the offensive side of the ball, they've got the core pieces. Trevor Lawrence, the last half of the season, was